Oh, I gotta chase you. Hi. Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today is a Saturday and we've actually just finished going to the markets. You guys know like our Saturday routine, probably off by heart by now, but we have just gone to the markets, picked up like all of our veggies for the week. We also went by the butcher and Aldi, so we picked up like all of the other odds and sods that we needed. And we're actually just on our way home now. Billy is sitting on my lap. Bring you along for our Saturday today. Don't have like a whole lot of things planned. Really just gonna be like cleaning, getting things organized, which is always a fun time, cooking and all of that good stuff. We will see you back at home. So we are back home and I was gonna go ahead and clean out the fridge, but I'm actually going to avoid that for now because I'm kind of dying of hunger.
We need coffee. We
need coffee. We haven't been caffeinated this whole morning and it is nearly 11 now.
Yeah.
It's probably nearly 11 and we haven't eaten and we haven't had our coffee. So we're fixing that right now.
Grinding.
Grinding the coffee. So I haven't even unpacked any of the groceries yet. I think I'm gonna do the fridge clean out at some stage, but I need like some food first because
getting to the end of that fasting period where you're starting to get a little bit like, I need to eat now. I feel like when I fast, because I fasted maybe like 4 days this week. And usually, because I work from home 2 days a week, so the 3 days I'm at work, I fast. And like I break my fast at 12 to go have lunch. But every time it like the last half hour, my stomach just gets really like rumbling and everything like that. I'm like, I need to eat.
I feel like usually once you push past the like need to eat phase, you feel pretty good for a while.
There's like a point at like 10 in the morning where it's like, feel like you really need to eat and then you can push past that. But I don't know, for me it gets to, and that's usually around the probably 16, 17 hour mark. So yeah, maybe that's a bit too long.
Yeah, it's probably when you want to break it anyway. I probably could have eaten more at like 9 or 10. So we're gonna get onto making some lunch. We have some gluten-free bread this week because we're being a little bit naughty. Not that eating like gluten-free bread is a bad thing, but it is a refined food. So we're gonna do some avocado toast with some eggs, probably just like some fried eggs. And I'm also gonna put together like a little seasoning. I was feeling randomly inspired because I don't know if this is a better position at all. I was feeling randomly inspired because I saw like heaps of, like I've seen for a while, heaps of people in like America are always using this spice blend called everything but the bagel. It's really like popular, like Trader Joe's thing, but obviously here in Australia we don't have Trader Joe's. Don't get offended at my like attempt at an American accent. Apologies. I can make fun of Australians. I sound really like, when I hear the playback, my accent, like, I sound real bogan. I sound real bogan. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this little spice blend. Essentially, I've looked up a few things online for like how people kind of remake it. And it seems to just be a mix of like sesame seeds, black sesame seeds, poppy seeds, and like garlic and onion flakes. I'll show you how I put it together, but it'll be interesting to see like how it actually tastes, because the other factor is that here in Australia we don't eat bagels. Have you ever had a bagel? I mean, I've probably had a bagel like once in my life.
They sell them at certain shops, but
it's not an Australian thing.
It's not as popular. Like, yeah.
Like, what even is a bagel?
I think
it's like bread in a circle that's a little bit more doughy.
It's like a savory donut, right?
I guess, because like you eat cream cheese on a bagel.
Yeah, and like here, I don't know, I suppose here probably more is like we'd go for like the muffin. I
don't know what exactly the flavor is that I'm trying to hit. I'm assuming it's like obviously like a savory something. Everything but the bagel seasoning, but I've never eaten a bagel. Okay, so I have looked at a few different recipes online for how people put together this seasoning. So I'm just gonna kind of combine different recipes together and see what works. Starting with 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds plus 2 teaspoons apparently. So this recipe wanted 2 tablespoons and 2 teaspoons. 2 tablespoons of black sesame seeds. And 2 teaspoons of poppy seeds. And then 4 teaspoons of salt. Hopefully we don't over salt it and die. But I mean, it's a seasoning, right? I'm scared though.
Last time we made something with salt, it kind of
So should I put it
Just
in
put
the
it in the
fork?
4. Just put it in
I mean,
the
it's a
4.
seasoning, it's not meant to be used like
Yeah.
garlic flakes. 2 tablespoons of garlic flakes. 2 tablespoons of onion. I feel like this looks like one of those things that you buy at the beach, like the sand things.
The little artworks.
Little artworks where they've got like the different types of sand. Okay, so we are all done. So I want to like sprinkle this on our avocado toast this morning and see if it's any good. So Nick is on eggs and we put some of our toast into the oven. I am on avocado duty. So today you're all gonna learn how to do the fancy cut on an avocado, which I haven't actually done in a little while, but I used to do it all the time.
Would you like sunny side eggs or flipped over?
Sunny side's good. So, step 1, slice it normally. Then, you're not gonna scoop out the inside, you're going to peel off the skin. And if it's like a good ripe avocado, the skin should actually come off pretty easy. It does take a little bit more TLC. This is not coming off so easily. Dang, okay, if you're having a hard time, you might even need to cut off bits. This avocado is not treating me well. It's like got parts that are like a little bit on the hard side. The other factor is like, obviously, you end up with a very touched avocado. Oh my God, come on. Okay, but you get the idea. Okay, that one actually came off really easy. Then we are going to slice it on a slight diagonal that way. Just want to keep like the sizes of each slice like fairly consistent. Some people like to do it more on like that angle. You can get creative, but I am just going to do a very slight angle. And then fan the avocado out. Ooh la la, so fancy. Come in underneath and you can lift up the whole avocado. Easy. Put on our bougie AF avocado. So what do you think of the seasoning, since you're an experienced bagel eater?
Experienced bagel eater. That is a very big lie. I think it tastes pretty good.
Yeah, it's nice. It's kind of like gives it that garlicky onion.
Which normally you'd have. Normally I'd go to all the effort of cutting up some garlic and onion and put it in with breakfast to get those flavors. So
yeah, it's like an easy little sprinkle. Finished our brunch, so I'm gonna go ahead and put away all of our stuff from the markets. I won't bore you guys with like a full overview of everything that we got, but this is kind of just a little snapshot. We did get some sprouts this time around. They didn't do broccoli sprouts. I have some really devastating news. So I went ahead as usual, because I've been doing broccoli sprouts like for the past few weeks. Started a new batch this week and I just checked them this morning. I've been checking them every day. I check them 3 times a day, every day, and I do like the rinse out, which you're supposed to do. And every other batch has been really successful and like no issues. This time around, they are like moldy. I don't know if it's like a weather thing, so obviously I'm gonna throw them away, but yeah, so that was very disappointing. I just discovered that this morning. So we put away all of our stuff and I am gonna do like some bliss balls in a minute, but Nick is just quickly making some more dog treats. Maybe we'll do another dog treat video at some point in future, but I know that's like really boring for people that don't have a dog, so I'm just gonna like really quickly show you what we're doing. So Nick has just half filled, like if you saw our last video, we have like this super cute little like puppy paw print silicone tray thing. So he's like half, yeah. He's like half filled them with some kefir. Kefir is really good because it's rich in probiotics and it's also apparently good for dogs. I was never really certain about dairy for dogs, but a lot of people do it, and goat's milk is probably even better. But we have half filled them, and then I think later on, once this is frozen, so we're gonna throw this in the freezer, and then I'm gonna blend up some blueberries and like do another layer, so it's like a half and half, because I just think that would be super cutie.
Into the freezer they go.
Okay, so it is a little bit later and I'm actually gonna make some matcha collagen bliss balls this afternoon. I'm kind of like trialing it out and see how it goes, but I'm pretty certain it'll turn out fine. Whenever I make bliss balls, I kind of have like a base recipe. So I typically use raw cashews. That's what I'm gonna be using today. And then it's easy enough to just like adjust the flavors. In terms of ingredients, I have some raw cashews, hemp seeds, hydrolyzed collagen. I like the Great Lakes brand. Vital Proteins is also really good. Also got some desiccated coconut, 8 pitted dates. So I've just like pre-pitted this so that I don't like take forever. A tablespoon of coconut oil, and of course my matcha powder. I'm gonna be whipping this all up as well in our food processor. Ours is a little bit broken. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. I don't know, maybe we'll like ask for a food processor as like a wedding gift or something. I'm not sure. It's just a little bit finicky. Yeah, I'm gonna jump in and start throwing together these Bliss balls. Pretty much just gonna take all of our ingredients, throw them into the food processor, let that do its job, and then roll them into balls. Really not too complicated. First up, I'm going to add in 1 cup of raw cashews. Throw in our desiccated coconut, so I'm just gonna do a 1/4 cup. A tablespoon or 2 of hemp seeds. I don't use hemp seeds very often, but they do have like this nice nutty flavor. Got our dates that I have already gone ahead and pitted. Maybe 2 scoops of collagen. I'm gonna start with 2 teaspoons of matcha and we'll just see what it looks like. And our coconut oil. Just got 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. Gotten to the consistency that we want, which you can tell when it starts like balling up and rolling around the machine. It did turn out a little more brown than I expected, like even though the matcha is pretty bright green. With all the other ingredients, it kind of turned out a little bit darker, but I mean, I think it'll look good anyway. I'm gonna try rolling some of them in hemp seeds just to see how that turns out, but yeah, pretty much at the rolling stage, and it tastes super matcha-y, so it depends if you enjoy the flavor of matcha. All done, and they turned out a little bit like funny looking. I don't know, I think they're kind of cute in a weird way. These ones look a little like bird foody. So we've got 9 bliss balls, but I kind of made them a bit bigger than usual. It's really less than a date per bliss ball, which means they're not too high in sugar. And then obviously we've got a bit more protein from the collagen peptides. So yeah, it makes a little healthy snack. I am going to pop these into the fridge and let them firm up a little bit, and then I'll come back to them later. It is time for the taste test. Nicholas joined me at the couch with Biller. Unfortunately, you can't have any, Biller. You just woke up from a nap. You're looking a little disheveled, chicken. This is the taste test.
They look pretty cute.
They look cute.
I'm gonna take a big one.
Depends whether you like matcha or not. Kind of has that fish food taste. But that is what matcha tastes like. I mean, I like that taste because I willingly drink matcha.
It's alright. It's definitely got a tea taste, but it's not unpleasant. And you know, I'd
love that review. They're not unpleasant.
But no, I feel like a lot of people would be like, matcha, ew. I mean, you got a green tea taste. I'm one that would be like, nah, put it away and get rid of it. But like, I don't know, I like it. It's an honest review.
Afternoon smells. It is a little bit later. I'm actually just gonna head out to the bookstore because I feel like, honestly, I'm not the best reader. I love reading a lot of non-fiction, but I feel like I have to try and get more into reading fiction books. So I'm gonna go out to the bookstore, which is really just down the road, and see if I can pick something up. Come with me to the bookstore. I also want to paint my nails when I get home. I am back home and I ended up picking up this one, Where the Crawdads Sing, which I've heard so many people recommend, and I think it's like some kind of bestseller, so I'm hoping like I can't go wrong with this sort of thing. Not exactly sure what it's about. It seems to be like maybe like a murder mystery, and then it also says like coming of age. If you've already read this book, let me know in the comments below what you thought, and if you have like any like fiction book recommendations recommendations, also let me know in the comments below, because I'm open to some different ideas. I've seen this like recommended all over the place by a few different people on YouTube, also like on everyone on BookTok, like the book section for TikTok seems to think that this is like really worth a read, so we're gonna give it a shot. Going to try, emphasis on try, to get into like reading fictional books. I feel like high school really ruined like reading fictional books, just because like all the kids are like forced to read books that are on the curriculum, and a lot of them are just like not my thing. I remember we had to read a book called Ender's Game, I think Ender's Game, which is about like toddlers in space. Anyway, I'm sorry if you liked those books in that series, like I don't want to offend anyone, but for me that book was just like, I feel like it turned me off of reading fiction forever. When they got us reading like more of the classics, that was fine. Like I really enjoyed like Catcher in the Rye and those sorts of books, but yeah, I just find it so hard with fiction books because it's kind of like a hit and miss game, and also depending on obviously like which genres you're into. But yeah, I think high school reading kind of traumatized me for a long time, but I'm gonna try and get back into a little bit more fictional reading, and not always like, I tend to like hover over more I don't even know what you call it, like nutrition or self-development type books, self-improvement genres, but I feel like you kind of need to mix it up, so yeah. We'll see how we go. Drop your book recommendations. I think I'm actually going to this afternoon. Well, I'm probably gonna finish off making those dog treats, which I started before, but like, how much cooking can one person do in a day? Not that it's really gonna take that much effort. Oh, Billy, you wanna come up on the bed? Not that it's gonna take that much effort, but even just like the cleanup, because I need to use a blender. Ooh. So I think I'm gonna go finish off those treats, and then I'm going to paint my nails, because I haven't painted my nails in forever. They're looking super drab, and it's so windy at the moment. I need to be using like hand cream more often. My cuticles are like drying out rapidly. Okay, so I am gonna finish off these dog treats, half filled ones with the kefir. So what I'm basically planning on doing is just blending up some blueberries, like some frozen blueberries in the blender, maybe add like a little bit of water, and then pouring them into the other half, so we've got like half and half treats. So I have like a tiny bit of minced up blueberry. I am going to dish it out into our tray and maybe move you guys. The amount of effort that I'm going to. This is mostly for my own satisfaction. Up in the office, and I'm going to paint my nails. I don't really have that many colors at the moment. I've got this or like hot pink, and I feel like wearing hot pink at the moment, so I'm gonna do like this, I don't know what you call this, like a burnt orange color. Oh, and the battery symbol just started flashing. Love that for me. I'm gonna paint my nails and watch some YouTube, I think, at the same time. I don't know, I'm gonna try watching some new channels, so let me know in the comments like who you're really into watching at the moment on YouTube, because I feel like I need some new channels to subscribe to and some people to follow. It is quite a bit later. I think the last time I was talking to you guys, I was just painting my nails and the battery on the camera ran out. So I have charged up the battery, and we are gonna get onto some dinner. We're actually gonna be reheating, like yesterday we made like a double batch of, I'm gonna say curry. What kind of curry is it? Like, I would have always said butter chicken, but I don't think technically this is butter chicken anymore. It's
just a homemade hodgepodge of,
yeah,
an assortment of spices that are all curry fitting, except we don't really follow a recipe. We're gonna just make it up.
There is a recipe that I've got that's like kind of the base spice mix that we use.
Which is probably based on a butter chicken, I guess. Yeah,
it's like based on a butter chicken, but it's probably still not like technically a butter chicken. I have a good Indian friend, she probably like sees this stuff and is silently judging me. She's never told me that it's incorrect, but I don't know, I'll have to ask her one day. So we are gonna heat up our butter chicken for dinner. It's still pretty early. You guys know we like to eat our dinner pretty early. I don't know, it's like good for your health and it just feels like more normal.
And it helps with fasting.
Helps with fasting. So we're gonna make our dinner, and in the meantime, while we're waiting, I'm actually going to have a kombucha in a wine glass. We finally got wine glasses. I don't know if you guys remember, but we've been using like these other little cute glasses up until now. We've never owned like proper wine glasses, but we got given some. Now I feel extra fancy. I have a bit of a headache tonight, so sometimes we like to have, well, usually we like to have like a glass of wine on the weekends, but because I have a headache, I'm just gonna have some kombucha. I think it's like a combination of things. I think it's just been like so windy and dry. It's like no amount of water that I drink can like make up for the water loss. That's just like the wind is like whipping me in the face and like I turn into a skeleton. I think it's that, and also like my neck just feels super crusty right now. Like I don't know, I feel like something's out of place. I am going to have my fancy wine glass kombucha, and I think Nick is actually going to have a drink. A real drink.
A real drink. Do you want to tell them about
the cauliflower? Yes,
rice
get in here with me. And I feel very fancy.
So this is something that you could probably, we found this in our Aldi.
You might have to bend down.
Bend down. So we found some cauliflower rice, which is probably really good if you're in a pinch. I mean, it's...
No, it is. If you've ever made cauliflower rice at home, it's... I mean, I think the best way, I would really like to get into a routine where I can make it up, bag it up, and have it like in the freezer for like use in little packets. But it's just really messy to make. Like you do it in your food processor, little bits of cauliflower get all over the kitchen. I mean, you guys in America are probably like laughing right now because I know you guys have had freezer section cauliflower rice for like years.
The reason why we're going on about this is because this is like the first time we've actually seen something
this is
like this. So
new here, unless I've been living under a rock and everyone else knew about these things. But finally, Aldi has a frozen cauliflower rice, like a pre-made one. Although, I will put like a little asterisk on that. It does not have the best ingredients. So it is still mostly cauliflower, but they do use some vegetable oil, which is very much annoying. But at the same time, I'm still like, I'm not gonna die in a ditch over it. It's not something that we're eating all the time either. This is just like a little bit of fun. And they've got like 3 different flavors.
There's 3 different flavors. They're all gluten-free, but I think this one, the garden herbs, is the only one that's really paleo. The other ones have like milk stuff in them. So
really? I didn't even know that. I don't like that.
I didn't realize, I didn't actually look at it. I was like, I just assumed it was kind of, see, you can't assume stuff.
Yeah, you do have to really look at them. So this one that I think we've tried before has no dairy in it. We don't buy these very often. I think we've only tried it once before.
We tried it once. They're like $3 as well, and they're 400 grams. So they'd be pretty good if you get like a smaller family or something like that as well. I mean, between the two of us, last time we had a whole bag between the two of us, and I think it added a lot of bulk to the, like you could probably split it up between 4 people quite easily. Yeah, I don't know, it was good. It had some extra veggies, so in a pinch, I go for it. We
are gonna cook up our curry and our little cauliflower rice packet. So on closer inspection of the ingredients list, if you are considering this product, this one is probably the one that you want to get, so the garden herb. This one has cheese powder in it, and this one has casein in it, like milk casein, which just seems weird to me.
That was my bad. I went to the shops. I have a habit of only really checking if something's gluten-free.
I feel like products like these, I'm not expecting them to have dairy, and like, I don't know. Anyways, this is just like a once in a while thing. We're not like eating this all day, every day.
It's more of a, I think...
And convenient.
Well, I think what the issue is that it's like, not that we have really a thing about dairy, like we'll eat cheese every now and again, whatever, in a salad, but like I think it's more of a, when people put things in things that don't belong in there, like...
What's that? And I can't verify the quality. And they have like, obviously it's not going to be great quality. It's got vegetable oil and whatnot.
Yeah, ideally you'd make it yourself.
Yeah, I don't want to like nitpick over this stuff. At the end of the day, it's convenient, and some people just need things that are a little bit more convenient, because we all know that doing cauliflower rice at home is a stanky stank job. It's something that I'm going to get around to doing properly.
We're making Billy's dinner, and we got her the little treat.
Flip it on its side, flip it on its side.
It's got a kefir, and a blueberry.
Oh, it's so cute. Little paw print. So cute. So it's like a little
ice
frozen
cream.
treat. Doesn't look super attractive, but that's your dinner tonight, Billy. Ooh. It's a little bit later, and Nick has done an amazing thing. He has made mug cake, paleo mug cake. So we actually did this in a different video, so it'll be linked in one of those little card doodads, like right here or over here. So if you want to go check out the full recipe for these mug cakes, you can go over there. But I think we're gonna chill and watch some show. I don't know what that's gonna be though.
We'll find something on Netflix.
I don't know what we're gonna watch now, so an update on where we're at with our TV shows. We finished The Vampire Diaries for the second time around.
Amy cried.
I
again.
cried like a baby the last episode, even though I knew what was coming. I knew the last scene, but I still cried. And then we watched Warrior Nun, so we've already finished that one. There was only like 10 episodes or something.
It's only like 10 episodes, and it was a bit, they did the whole angsty teen thing for too long, and then they got to what would normally be the climax, and then they were like, right, cliffhanger, but the cliffhanger wasn't actually, like, they stopped it before the actual climax of the show, so it's like there's no resolution leading into something else. It's just like a watch next season to actually finish the first season.
Wasn't entirely satisfying. The production is good, but I don't know so much about like the storyline. Like I'm not super into the concept either, like warrior nuns. Righto, so we just watched an episode of Cursed and realized that the guy who plays Merlin is the third Skarsgård brother.
There's 4.
4.
There's Alexander, who's this one, that guy who's, I think he's Jarrell. Then there's Bill, and then there's Walter.
I thought one of them was the dad.
Stellan is the dad.
I'm so confused.
There's the dad and 4
they're like
brothers.
a family of actors. I don't know if you guys, if this means anything to anyone, but so I really like Alexander Skarsgård. So he plays, for example, Tarzan. He's in True Blood. He's Eric in True Blood. So we like him. Then his brother is also an actor. Then his other brother is also an actor.
Yep.
I don't know, it's just blowing my mind. They're like a whole family of actors and they're all successful. Anyway, we watched an episode. Other than the fact that it had that guy in it, it was a bit it was a bit cheesy, but maybe it's just because it's meant to be like a, you know, that whole like Arthur series thing. So maybe they had to make it a little bit cheesy. Anyway, I think we're gonna go ahead and sign off the vlog. We are actually just about to finish off some bone broth that we've had going in the slow cooker. So just like put all of that away and do that whole process. Other than that, I think we're gonna sign off for now. So we will see you guys in our next video, which will most likely be a what I eat in a day or what we eat in a day video. And yeah, let us know how you guys are enjoying the vlogs. Give this one a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye.